Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Week 16 NFL predictions. It's like hearing glass shatter. Pretty quick, we're going to have to deal with baseball again. At least we got the NBA. Anyway, last week I'm coming off of a 10-6 record, bringing my season total to 140, 83, and 1. Plug of the day before we hop right into it. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks to guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. And a reminder that they now have a feature on the mobile app where you can pick outcomes of games now. But as always, please remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, folks, so kicking off Thursday Night Football, we have the Rams at the Seahawks. I'm going to take the Rams here 23-20. Listen, one of these teams barely just beat the Colts with Phillip Rivers returning off the couch after sitting there for 5 years, while the other team just decimated the Lions, which, I mean, yeah, they allowed a lot of points, but they still kicked their ass. Also, Seattle fans, you have to understand this is where Darnold is either going to sink or he is going to swim. We saw it last year. Very curious to see how this plays out. I think it'll be competitive, but I'm taking Los Angeles. Now moving on to Saturday. Yeah, we got a Saturday doubleheader. I'm going to be honest, I'm all for it. Saturdays, it's cool. Mondays, fuck off. Anyway, first game we have is Philadelphia at Washington. I'll take Philly 28-14. They just blew out the Raiders. A.J. Brown is heating up. The Commanders' secondary is ancient. Well, their team in general is ancient. I see no problem for the Eagles to fly over and take a giant shit on their heads. Now, Saturday night, we have the Packers at the Bears. I drank the Kool-Aid last time and I picked the Bears. And god darn it, I'm going to drink that Kool-Aid again because the Bears are going to get it this time. Chicago is still listed as the underdogs. But with Parsons being out, with how D Swift has been playing, with how Monangai has been playing, I see the run game going in Chicago. I think they're going to play clock, they're going to play conservative, they're going to play smart, and Ben Johnson will coach his boys to a 26-20 victory.
Hello, WyattzWorld junkies. The Fossil back with another pick from the cave. Hey, last week I did not do well. The Giants did not beat Washington, and the Panthers did not beat New Orleans. What the hell is up with those teams? Made me 0-2 on the week and 12-4 on the season. I've lost 3 picks in a row. Not good. I'm going to get on a winning streak. So here's your bonus pick. Green Bay is in Chicago. Chicago is going to get even in this game. Simply, I'm not going into anything. They're going to win at 27-20. Well, game and a half up on the Packers. Chicago, if you're getting nervous, don't worry, fans, because Week 17, if Minnesota has an opportunity to lay it to Green Bay, you goddamn believe they're going to do it here in Minnesota. And I'll be picking that game for sure. But for now, I'll leave you with that pick, and then I'll see you shortly with my second regular pick.
Now moving on, we have the Bills at the Browns. Do you guys know I can solve a Rubik's Cube now? It's pretty crazy stuff, actually, and no, it's not what you're thinking. Like, oh great, why it's now sponsored by the Rubik's Cube company, when that's not the case. But what these are is phenomenal stress relievers. You know, like perhaps when your team is in a trap game, and they've been susceptible to trap games all year, and now we have to play the Browns, which is so cool. And this is about the only way I can seem to distract myself. Yeah, Bills, win the fucking game. Like, I really think they will. They do this at the end of every year now, it seems like, where they know they need to win and they just do. But how about for once, we don't make this close. Just kick their fucking asses. And also, I really don't want to be the team that the sack record gets broken against either. Fuck off. Now we move on to the Chargers at the Cowboys. I'm actually going to take Dallas to win this one, and I don't know why that sounds surprising. Dallas is actually the favorite here. I feel like people are expecting the Chargers to win this game, and I would like them to. But with how they have been playing recently, I think Dallas just looks better. Now, obviously, that's a product of Herbert being a little banged up, but this is going to be in Dallas. Dallas is fighting for their lives right now to try and keep these playoff hopes alive. I'm looking for Pickens to finally do something again. He's been a ghost recently. And Dallas is going to win this game 27-20. Now we have Kansas City at Tennessee, who has been a little bit hot recently. Obviously, Kansas City now doesn't have their pride and joy, Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City's only favored to win by 3.5. To be honest, I don't have a lot of confidence picking them here, but I believe Andy Reid will be able to outcoach the Titans here if he even cares to win. And I'll take the Chiefs in a pretty sluggish 17-10 ball game. I have a feeling I'm going to be wrong on that one. Now we've got the Bengals at the Dolphins. Yeah, so like immediately after recording this video, I got the news that Quinn Ewers is actually going to be taking over for Tua the remainder of the season, as Tua has been benched. So for all the people commenting on my TikTok yesterday, Tua played good, what are you talking about? No, he didn't. That also made a lot of what I had to say in my pick irrelevant, that Tua is not playing anymore, so I'll just sum it up. Jamar Chase drops 210 yards. Bengals win, we'll go 30-16. Now we got the Jets at the Saints. Hey, if you're gonna sit down and watch this game on television, congratulations, because you're gonna be one of 20 people to actually do so. You can go to this game for 13 bucks, and to be honest, I don't even know if I would. I'm gonna take the Saints to win this. I'll go 21-10. They at least have a competent quarterback. They have at least a passing game. The running backs have been looking decent. New York, you just never know what you're gonna get with that team. You know, no matter what, the Jets are gonna be bad, but you just have to take the gamble on if they're actually gonna be just bad or if they're gonna be like actually horseshit. Now we got the Vikings at the Giants. I guess I'll take the Vikings to continue to roll here. I think they're going to throw up some good points too. We'll go 27-20. Dart's a good quarterback and I respect it, but JJ's starting to settle in. He's starting to look more comfortable. KOC's starting to just let him play instead of, you know, babying him. And I think he's going to continue to let it fly. I could see him making a mistake. So what? I'm looking for Jefferson to finally bounce back here. I'm going to go over 100 yards and a touchdown for him. And Aaron Jones is going to carve these guys on the ground as well. I'm looking for him to also go over 100. Now we've got game one of the Tampa-Carolina series of who doesn't want to win the division more. They're going to trade. You know that. It would be hilarious if they tied. It's just who's going to win the first game. Now I know this is in Carolina, but I think this is going to be the one that the Bucs take. Mike Evans is pissed. He's playing good. Baker's going to be looking for a little revenge. Tampa's offense at this point is nearly complete. If not, they are complete again. I see Bryce Young having a good game, but I also see him making a mistake. I see the Tampa line throwing pressure at him. I think the Bucs will walk out of this one by a point, 21-20. Now we've got Jacksonville at Denver. I want to pick Jacksonville here just because you got to believe Denver will slip one of these times. And even with how good Trevor Lawrence just played, I just think that Denver defense is too much, man. I think PS2 makes it impossible for a quarterback to comfortably make a throw. I think the constant pressure makes it impossible for a quarterback to have time. I think Trevor's going to have multiple interceptions this game. I think there's going to be a fumble. I think Bo Nix is going to continue to do what he's been doing. That's playing smart football, just connecting with his open guys, not taking big risks. I don't care if it makes him a boring quarterback. It makes him a safe quarterback. It makes him a good quarterback. I think Denver's going to win this game by more than people think. I'll take the Ponies 24-13. Now we have Atlanta at Arizona. Mark my words. The Cardinals are going to win this game. Atlanta, after what they just did to Tampa Bay yet again, is now going to march right into Arizona and get their asses handed to them. It's the Atlanta dream, baby. You're playing against a quarterback right now who does not give a flying fuck. Jacoby is going to throw and throw and throw and throw. I bet you Jacoby Brissett throws for 325 and 3 touchdowns. Trey McBride's going over 100. He's going to score. Michael Wilson's going to score. Jacoby might throw a touchdown to himself. Arizona is going to bulldoze the Falcons 31-17. Now we've got Pittsburgh at Detroit. Looking for the Lions to bounce back against Pittsburgh here and put them down 28-21. All things considered, even coming off of a loss, Detroit last week, they were beating 90% of the teams in football. Like, yes, it's bad that they got obliterated on the defense, but also, do you understand who they were playing? Okay, this ain't the Rams. This is a fucking 42-year-old man who is injured, by the way, throwing passes to another 40-year-old man, and then DK Metcalf. I look for DK to be covered this whole game. I look for Rodgers to eat enough turf to have himself a Christmas meal early, and the Lions are going to rip their heads off and win this game 30-19. Lots of field goals for Pittsburgh. Now we've got Vegas at Houston, and now the Raiders are 2-13.
Hey, WyattzWorld junkies, it's the Fossil back with that second pick. There's 2 teams that have not been involved in picks that I've made this year. One is Vegas, the other is Cincinnati. This week I'll take the Vegas pick because it's a sure bet. Vegas is visiting Houston. They have the #1 defense in the league against the worst offense in the league. This is not going to go well for Vegas. Don't need to go into any big details here. I'll take Houston in this one 34-0 to shut out Vegas, and that gum-snapping coach of theirs, Pete Carroll. I hope all you WyattzWorld junkies have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Will be the big Christmas week. Some Christmas games, some exciting stuff coming up. Hope you all have a good weekend. See you next time.
Moving on, we have New England at Baltimore. Baltimore fans, listen, I know we have not always seen eye to eye, but at the end of the day, there's always been a fine line of respect between us. How about you turn that respect into a friendship? You beat these son of a bitches. You do old Joshy boy a favor, you know what I mean? Hey, we're trying to help you guys out. We're playing the Browns this week. Fortunately, dreams and reality are not the same thing. I think New England's gonna win this game. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna drop a dirty 30 on them and walk out ahead by 13, 30-17 New England. Now moving on to Monday Night Football, we have the 49ers at the Colts, and holy shit, is Phillip Rivers lucky that the 49ers are so hurt right now. Brother, he would be nothing but brain matter after about the 4th play if they were a healthy team. Unfortunately, I gotta take San Francisco here. You know, I love seeing Big Phil play. I love seeing him throw the ball. I will be his biggest supporter until this season ends. But I don't think he has enough to keep up with San Francisco. And notice what I said there. Keep up. I think he still has what it takes to score points, but it is going to take him longer. He is not able to throw as far. The guy is not as quick. He is not as sharp. I think by the time it takes the Indianapolis Colts to throw up 14 points this game, which is all they're going to score, San Francisco will already be sitting at 27. Going with the 49ers, I would love nothing more than to be wrong. And that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 16 NFL prediction. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, feel free to show support because you know I appreciate it. However, in the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you in the next video.